welcome everybody to another episode of the Hit the Road Music podcast. And this time we had the fan request with the question, can you show us how crowdfunding works? So immediately I had the idea to talk with my friend Iggy from the band Mary and Kiefer, who run a successful crowdfunding campaign for their latest album. Additionally, he coordinated a full music video production for their latest single FUSERRRR that got nominated for an award in animation in Austria. And how he did it, how much work he put inside, what is required to do a successful campaign like this will be discussed in this interview with him. If you like the content you are seeing here, hit the subscribe button and get notified for the latest videos. Stay tuned for more. Hey everybody, today we are here with my good friend Iggy. And while we are here, we got request from our listener, and they asked me to interview somebody to explain how crowdfunding works. So immediately, my good friend Iggy and his latest campaign came into my mind, and I'm happy that you are here and love to share your experience, how you started a successful crowdfunding campaign from scratch.
Hello.
Is
this your first question?
No. My first question is for the listener. Tell us, who are you and what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm Iggy. I'm living in Vienna, and I'm a musician slash media. Actually, I was studying media technology, so I work somewhere between music, arts, interaction design, and this is what I do. And at the same time, I'm running my band since 10 years. It's called Mary and Kiefer. And yeah, this is me. I grew up in the same region like you did. This is something, a fun fact on the side, because actually we know each other since 15 to 18 years, but we never really met during our school time. I mean, sometimes our paths crossed. And actually, when I was in Morocco in the beginning of last year, you expected somebody else initially, didn't you?
Yeah, and I found the guy now I confused you with. So for us, it was a double surprise that you came. I was, yeah. But this was a funny thing. And actually, you were the only person now that visited us in Morocco, and we spent the New Year together. We went to the dunes of Shigaga, had a fantastic time at the fire together with Dara tribes and live music to the New Year from 2019 to 2020.
Yes, it was amazing. And it really stuck in my head because it was nice to see where you're headed. And yeah, I just, in the beginning, I really like what you're doing out there. And yeah, props to you. It's such an amazing project, and yeah.
Oh man,
you have to keep going with that. It's so cool.
Man, this means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, you showed me your band Mary and Kiefer, and your new album is out now, and I absolutely love it. And also what you did with this project. I saw all the work we were writing during this process, how you promoted the album, and you created an interesting music video that we will talk about today. That is now nominated for an award. So I wanted to ask you at first, how came the idea to make a fundraiser and to promote your new album? And what's the name of the new album? Where can people listen to it?
Yeah, basically I would say it's a mini album because it only has 24 minutes. So basically it's an EP, and it's called The Space, the Trance, the Future. And the story behind this EP is we as a band actually have been working on these 3 songs for, I think the first time we played Son Cut Explosion, which is the first song of the album. We played it first in, believe it or not, 2013 or 14. So back then we were only a 2-piece. We started as a bass and drum combo, and from the beginning we started playing with synthesizers, and during we learned how to use Ableton and how to program synthesizers through our music, and it was just a layer on top on the bass and the drums that we created in the rehearsal studio. And then this song came out, and we've been writing it 2014. And back then we thought it would be nice to have a guitar on top of it. So a friend of us joined us, who is now part of the band since 2017. Yeah, and since then we've been writing on these songs. Actually, it was 4 originally. The 4th song, King Hazelnut versus the Chinese Army, it didn't survive the whole process because it's even longer than the longest track of this EP now. It's almost 10 minutes long, or over 10 minutes or so. So we couldn't rewrite it with the guitar in it because that would have taken us another 2 years. And yeah, the whole process behind this 3 songs that are on this EP was very, do you say it in English, draining? It was like, it took such a long time, and it was in the middle of the pre-production, we split up as a band because we started arguing over the songs, and I just wanted to release them, and the other said no, they're not good enough to be released. So you get the point until end of 2019 when we finally recorded 3 of those 4 songs with the guitarist. Like 6 years passed by, and you just don't release an EP that took you 6 years of your time just to put it on Bandcamp, and now it's out there and nobody's listening to it. So I just like to create something around the music, and that's why this idea behind this video arose, and we also wanted to press it on vinyl. And why we started this fundraiser was simply because we didn't have money for the vinyl production, so we wanted to collect the money from the people who are interested in our music to finance the vinyl production through this fundraiser. That's the idea behind this crowdfunding thing.
Okay, that's amazing. And how does it turn out at the end? Did you recoup? Did you get your money back that you invested? Or what was the outcome of the process?
Yeah, basically, we got a funding from an Austrian initiative. It's called SKE. They financed us the production of the whole EP and the recording and the mix. And then we could have just left it on the internet and maybe invest some money in ads or something so people would listen to it. But we thought it would be better if we pressed it on vinyl because then we had the chance with the pressings to when we sell every copy of it, we're back at 0. So we don't have any money left, but at least some physical goods that we can sell to people. And and actually a lot of time went into this because we worked together with another friend that you also know, Maxim. He made the whole artwork for it. So there was a lot of energy going into this thing, and at the same time, it was very important that we don't throw in thousands of euros, which we actually did, but thousands of euros that we won't ever see again. And I think that's pretty important if you're an independent artist, that you just, watch out that you don't go down the rabbit hole and just put in more money and you never see it back and stuff like that. And that's why we did this crowdfunder, because it's kind of, we use the platform as a pre-selling opportunity. Yeah.
All right, perfect. And on which platform did you launch the fundraiser? Like, what are for possibilities there for other independent artists who want to make the same?
We did it on We Make It. wemakeit.com, I guess. Let me just check it. I think wemakeit.com, and yeah, it's a Swiss platform, I guess. And the reason why we chose this platform is because a friend of mine who was reviewing the first album that we did, she's working there now. So it was kind of we know each other and we like each other, so let's just work on it together. And but of course we looked at other platforms as well. There's this Indiegogo thing and Start Next. I think each of them are equally good because bottom line, you have to calculate a bit of money that the platform will get from your initiative. In our case, it was 10%. On We Make It, they take 10% for the service, which seems to be very huge initially. But if you think about it, they take from you the whole payment thing. They take from you, they promote it on their pages as well. In our case, we chose We Make It as well because we decided to have it pressed at Austrovinyl, and this platform, they have a cooperation together with the pressing factory. So during the campaign, we gained like promotion from both these sites together, and they just made posts about the whole campaign. So you just have to watch out for corporations and what is best for your strategy, basically. And in our case, this was like a no-brainer. Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing that you got additional support from this platform as well. And there was a lot of we wrote during this time because both of us, I think we built our Instagram profile, and I remember our chats like, I'm the whole day on this platform here. And we put a lot of effort there. And I wanted to ask you, because you did also the promotion for the album, you had this fantastic idea with the music video for FUSERRRR. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us more about your daily tasks to promote this album and all the ideas that you had around it and all the work that you put into it? What can people expect when they want to promote the album, not with the help of a label, but on their own, like independent artists have to learn now in those times?
Mm-hmm. First thing I gotta say is that I was not alone with the promotion because of another friend of mine, Ines. She helped me a lot with the promotion, and she wrote mailing lists for us and connected us with people from radio stations who wanted to make a interview, not a video. And she also suggested people for this unicorn video. So it was a very close cooperation between us. And at the same time, we got a contract with a booking agency in Vienna, and they helped us with the promotion as well. So it's pretty important in the beginning that you, for me, I don't want to say it is like that, but for me, it was pretty important in the beginning to watch out who actually likes your music, who believes in you, and who would do this in their free time, of course, but because it's pretty hard to, you cannot just estimate a budget for marketing and stuff like that. So people really have to be hooked with what they're doing, and it has to be fun. So we were watching out. I was watching out for other people who would help me with this, because it's fun to work with people and not do this alone all the time. And so we had this kind of team, and the people who were behind this project, and then it totally depends on the format that you're releasing. In our case, we had these 3 songs. So it's pretty common these days that if you have a small EP, maybe you just release them one after another with singles. But when you decide for this, you need to have in mind that each of these single needs a specific artwork. So every time you release a single, you need to create something interesting visually as well. We had the advantage in the beginning that before we knew that we would release these 3 songs as singles, we already talked with Max about the artwork, and we already before knew that we wanted to have a single illustration for each of those songs. So we already had the artwork for all those 3 singles. So in the end, we needed more artwork for the whole album, which was more time consuming than afterwards. But yeah, we just decided to have, like, in June, I released the first single, the first song of the album. Not accompanied by any video or whatsoever. Then we had a second single, like 5 or 6 weeks after, which we also shot a music video for it in our rehearsal studio. And then the third single, like this FUSERRRR Monster, it's a 9-minute long song. We released it, and I wanted to have a video for it for, like, since 3 years I want to have a video for it. And yeah, the idea behind this video was simply I wanted to sit down and to search the internet for animated walking cycles. Do you know the term walking cycle out of animation? Maybe I just explain it nonetheless.
Yeah, please explain it.
Yeah, a walking cycle is like the basic of animation, like even also a good task when you learn animation, that you make a loop of a person walking that you can just loop, and it's a fluent motion all the time. And because this song has such a steady walking tempo, I wanted to search the internet for free stock footage for animated walking cycles. It's funny because this is the same thing I said in the artist statement of this animation festival, so I'm kind of repeating myself. And then I found on stock exchange. I found on a stock footage platform. I found this unicorn on green screen, and yeah, I started an open call for animated backgrounds for it, and yeah, 100 people participated, and almost all of them are now in the video. 93 artists, and this was like the final peak at the end of the promotion before the crowdfunder came. Because then suddenly so many people heard of us. Yeah. Wow,
this is incredible. So 93 visual artists contributed to your music video.
Yeah.
And you got nominated for an award at the end of this. Yeah, I heard from the 2 Days Animation Festival that is now called the Best Austrian Animation Festival. Mm-hmm. What nomination do you get, and when do you know if you won or not?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Tonight at 8 p.m. There's the ceremony for the awards. So hopefully we will win. It's a twisted situation because of course the video is built on graphical content that I didn't produce. I was not animating anything of it. I was collecting the different contributions and arrange them, but nonetheless it was a huge amount of work. And yeah, let's see if we can get this prize, and if we don't, it's not a Weltuntergang, you know. It's not that important, but of course it's nice to see it in the festival program alongside other great Austrian artists. And like the music video program, I guess there are 20 or 25 films nominated in there, and there's such great works in there as well, so it's cool. And at the same time, many people who contributed for this video are also nominated with their other projects in this festival, which is a funny situation.
And this is incredible. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I think in general it's nice because you put a lot of work in there. My girlfriend was also involved.
Yes, Kasha did as well something for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you connected with us. You showed us how what was the name of the program? I forgot already.
Which program? After Effects.
Yeah, how After Effects work, and guided us through the whole process. And if you organized 93 people to contribute something, this is a big thing. So really, congratulations to this.
Thank you.
This is wonderful what you did. I have some additional questions regarding the crowdfunding. What did you offer to the people who bought the vinyl? Because in general, people offer, for example, several packages. Like for €2, you can get exclusive video content. For €10, you can buy the vinyl in the pre-sale. For €30, you get the vinyl with T-shirts. Did you did something like this as well?
Yes, of course. I mean, the basic package of the crowdfunding was the vinyl. The thing is, because you just said €30 for the vinyl, this was a big calculation work, because at the same time we really didn't want to sell it for more than €20, because still it's an EP. It only has 3 songs on it. It's 24 minutes. So we sold the vinyl without shipping for, I think it was €18. Wait, let me just check. Or 17? 16. It was we just gave it away for €16. But then we had another package where the shipping was included if somebody lives in the European Union, for another €8 on top. And then, of course, we had to think about some more packages if people want to contribute some more money. And so we had one package in cooperation with an initiative in Vienna, which is called Vinylograph. They produce picture vinyls. Like, they make a print in the size of a postcard, and they cut in this print an audio track in mono. So now we made another remix of the song who didn't make it on the final record. We did a remix, and this is, I think, right now being cut into those prints. And another package was a friends package. So I called some friends and asked them if they want to contribute a vinyl of their own in there as well. Which is, only 2 people got this package. One of them was my mom. And then we had 2 more packages for packages for people who want to give some more money, and one of those was a remix that we did, which is already produced as well, and it will be released in April. And one package where we would compose a soundtrack for a game or a movie. And also one company got this package, and this job is also done already. So yeah, you have to provide a bit of a span between just the package, the basic package for just the vinyl, and then some extras, because most of the time people are willing to contribute about €50 or €60 to such a campaign, because mostly people who will contribute are out of your networks, and then you can give something back, which is nice. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks for sharing. These are really good ideas for people who want to start their own campaign, and I think these are really great tips as well. Talking about tips, what is your best advice for people who want to release and promote their own album? one of the best advices that you can give that you learned during those times?
Without the help of a label, you mean?
Without the help of a label, because I heard you got turned down by 3 labels, right?
Yeah, because there was not enough time. Because I think it was mostly because I approached these labels too close to the release date, so there was no time for plannings or whatsoever. And yeah, the labels, they just didn't have time for this. And maybe it was also a problem that I also already approached them with a very clear plan and timeline, so there was no there was no room for other ideas, I would say. And so yeah, but it just depends if you're a musician. I mean, it totally depends on the band that you play in, because in our case, I really like this work. I really like doing this, and it's a huge fun to me, like approaching people, connecting, communicating, creating stuff around the music. And maybe I have to say, in this band, this is even more fun to me than making the music itself. Yeah, and for the drummer, like Mish, for him it's more important to take care of the music, and he's basically producing like the arrangements, the initial ideas for songs, and he's mostly taking care of the music, and I'm mostly taking care of promotion. So we have a strict Arbeitsunterteilung. What's the English word?
You split the tasks.
Yes, yeah, according to our personalities, and which is great. And but of course there are bands who want to focus on creating music and don't care about this whole communication thing, because I think there are many people who really are not interested in this kind of stuff. Then I think it would be really worth the effort to search for a label who would do this for you and start collaborating with these people. And yeah, but what was the question actually? If I had some tips.
Your best advice that you learned during those times that you can share with somebody. So I think, to get involved with other people, like you said, splitting tasks to the people who are the best in this field, and somebody is better in this field, like you like to communicate with the people and take over of this job. I think that's a very good tip. And if you hate it completely at all, find a label and somebody who's doing it for you.
Yes, and of course you have to look out for people who believe in you and who like what you're doing. And if they like what you're doing, then they will support you and just accompany you through the process. Yeah, and because it's about music, like you're a DIY band, you're not Metallica or whatsoever, so you don't have money, so you need to find people who think it's fun to work with you. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Metallica at the beginning, they were in the same situation. They didn't have money. Somebody had to like thrash metal.
Yes.
And to bring it out to the people there. Yeah? So and they made it also via the fans, people who believed in their music at the beginning, and then with the help of the label, and hard work and good music. I love Kill 'Em All. It's one of my favorite albums ever.
What I read on Wikipedia as well is when they produced the Black Album, which they all believed very much in, and that it would be their breakthrough, that all of their marriages failed during that time.
Whoa!
Because this is like a fun fact I read somewhere, or like 2 marriages failed during that time because they were just too focused on this thing. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, just you have to find out if that's the right work for you, and if you don't like doing that work, find somebody who actually likes to do this work, and then you can focus on what you like to do. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for the advice. Golden tips here. I got the last question for you, my friend.
Yes.
What are the next steps that you're planning in 2021 or in January? What you're planning with the band?
Now I think the next task is finalizing the last steps with the vinyl production, because like I said, all the goodies from the crowdfunding, they are being produced right now, and the vinyl itself as well. I delivered the final artwork to the pressing factory yesterday, and yeah, I think I can grab a big bag in the beginning of February and make a great trip through whole Vienna and visit everybody personally and hand them the vinyl. I'm really looking forward to this. And then we have a small remix EP planned for April, May, or whatsoever. But until then, I think it's a bit time that we get a bit silent, because because maybe it was a bit too much Mary and Kiefer in the past 12 months, and too much unicorn and whatever. And yeah, but basically what our plans are now is to write enough material for the next album, and our plan is by the end of 2021 that like all the arrangement and the songwriting is done, and then we can go into pre-production and hopefully release another album in 22 then.
Amazing. Looking forward for it.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much for your time today, for the interview. I think people can learn a lot here. If you learned something, if you have any questions, leave it down in the description. Leave a comment there. Questions to Iggy will be forwarded and hopefully answered. And we wish you all the best, crossing fingers that you win the award today. There is a lot of blood and sweat there. Maybe no blood, but a lot of sweat.
There was a bit blood as well. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Cool, man. Then especially then we hope you get the award. If you haven't seen the video yet, there is a link in the description below to FUSERRRR and the link to the EP. Check it out. Enjoy this style of music. It's very, very specific, very interesting for me. I really love it. It took me on a journey. Like, I'm a big fan. Looking forward.
Thank
I got
you.
even a T-shirt.
And I think you were the one who initially inspired me to the whole video idea, because when I showed it to you in the beginning of January of 20, when I was in Morocco, your only words for the song were "what a ride," and now it's a unicorn ride.
Oh man, I didn't know this.
Yes.
Wow, did I say this?
This was a quote.
Wow, this is incredible, man. Thank you so much. You did great work with this, and
Thanks.
incredible that the campaign worked out. Have fun with the vinyls. As I said, all the links will be down there, and I'm looking forward to hear more music from your band. And have a good rest as well, because it's really a lot of work, and rest is also a part of work. If you're not resting, you won't be able to do again a new campaign.
Thank you. Golden tips at the end of this interview as well. Yeah.
Thanks so much. See you soon in Vienna.